The TBS title was on the line with Willow Nightingale against Julia Hart. And now we have heard, have we gotten any verification that Julia was injured, or maybe she just, something's hampering her because she didn't get very active in the mixed tag the other night. And then this was short and simple. Willow won with the power bomb in 7 minutes, 1, 2, 3, which of course we said they've been pointing toward Willow and Mercedes Mone for the next pay-per-view, and Willow's over. So I think that this was the right decision to make, to put the belt on Willow, but hopefully Julia, because she looks like a star. She just needs some experience and to get to NXT as soon as possible. And I think she'll have something. But basically, Willow wins with the powerbomb, and then suddenly music plays and the taped CEO chants begin, and here Mercedes moans her way to the ring and struts up to Willow and mocks her, and Willow holds the belt up, and they have the face-off. So Willow is probably getting the biggest babyface reactions of any girl I can think of on the roster right now from the crowd. Am I overlooking somebody?
No, you're certainly not overlooking Mercedes Moné's reactions other than week 1.
Well, so, but also Willow is friends with Chris Statlander, but she's got a manager, Stokely Hathaway. This is going to be a recurring theme, that all of the people with heel managers are the most popular motherfuckers in the company. So Willow's a babyface with a babyface friend and a heel manager that just beat a heel, Julia Hart. We know she's a heel because she's with the black folks.
The House of Black.
Yes, she's with them. That's why we know they're heels altogether. And so Mercedes is mad at Willow and fucking with and bobbing her head up and shaking her finger at Willow. Don't you think that Mercedes is going to be a full-fledged heel within 6 weeks? Because she's too egotistical and full of herself.
I think you're ridiculous thinking she's not already with a lot of that fan base, especially against Willow Nightingale. What has she done to make her
they're going to be booing her flat out, no matter who she appears against or wrestles, because she's so full of her own fucking smell of her own shit and has done nothing to impress anybody, but comes out there and acts like she's, as the young folks say, queen shit. And Willow, they're going to want to see her punch that fucking face in, aren't they?
Well, the other problem is if Willow got this belt just to drop it to Mercedes Moné to give Mercedes Moné her win back from when she had to lose to Willow when she got hurt in the match.
That'll finish it off.
That will cause that fan base to completely turn on her. She came in, and other than week 1, where they were very loud, I mean, the building was all for her. It was a hometown crowd. They're not chanting CEO. They're piping that in with the song, and it's really loud, and it sounds like people. But when that part dies down, you realize people are just standing there. They're not moving. I had that thought with Jericho. Jericho came out, and they panned the crowd, and people weren't moving. No one was, like, lifting their hands and saying, yeah. No one was even booing. Just no one was moving. They didn't care. If you move, no one moved. So I think
they took that warning to heart.
So I think with her, she's worn out her welcome quickly because she hasn't done anything, and her promos have been really weak, and those are pre-taped. And Willow got herself over before she even got there. She got herself over. There is something with her and Statlander, both from Long Island. Both are two of the more talented women there. I mean, this match was two women.
I don't know why they have a manager.
There's been no explanation about the route of Stokely from being the heel manager of the firm, right? Wasn't that it? They were helping MJF
of that nature.
To being the babyface manager of Willow and Statlander. There's no explanation. But I think Willow's really good.
Well, yeah, and so that's why I've said
And I think the fans there chose her. That's the thing. The AEW fans chose her. And Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné is a star. We'll see if the AEW fans choose her. I don't know if they're going to.
Well, and that's why if they're going for Mercedes and Willow at the next pay-per-view, then this was the right thing for Willow to beat Julia, not to lose, except shouldn't they have had Mercedes beat Julia if they want her to be a babyface?
She's not cleared. She's not cleared apparently yet.
Who's not cleared?
From what I saw, and we'll go through a little bit of media scrum audio afterwards. I don't know if we have this audio pulled up. I believe Tony said that the reason they're doing the match at Double or Nothing, Willow and Mercedes, is because she's not medically cleared yet.
Mercedes?
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck? I thought she got hurt a fucking year ago. I thought that's why they put her on TV to begin with. She's back. She's ready to go. What if the doctor says, nope, you know what? I was wrong. Needs till July. What are you going to do then, fucking Einstein? Jesus Christ, these people have all gone out of their fucking minds. All right, well, anyway, Mercedes is going to be a heel one way or the other. If she beats Willow, she's going to be a fucking heel. And if she doesn't beat Willow, then why did they fucking sign her to begin with? Which is probably the question in everybody's mind at this point already.
Considering the way she does her promos and how unrealistic they are, and just her whole character is an unrealistic character if you really think about it, should they get her away from like Willow and Julia and put her more with like a Toni Storm? Someone who's into hamming it up and into having a character, even though she can work.
Well, no, because
it's more gimmick-based.
They'll cheer Toni Storm against her because Toni Storm's good at what she does. It's not really applies to wrestling except in their comedy world or the cheesy world, as Goldberg would say, but at least she's good at it. Mercedes, whatever she's doing, she's not good at it. So anyway, I'm on the Willow train. Please don't hit Willow, hit Willow, hit Willow.
You incorporate that whether there's a reason or not at this point.
Well, because I'm very lyrical and cynical and logical. So come on, Super Tramp. We got another match to talk about.